Demonstrators erupted across L.A., tensions reaching a boiling point, and now National Guard members are here in Southern California. And President Donald Trump has said that Marines could also be called in. This is the new video coming in from overnight showing the California National Guard arriving to the detention center in downtown L.A. The Trump administration saying the deployment is in response to the protests that began Friday night over immigration enforcement operations that have resulted in clashes between demonstrators and law enforcement. Now, this video here from News Chopper 4 is as it flew over the federal building last night on Alameda, and you can see there dozens of agents coming out of the building to disperse crowds in downtown. At one point, they fired pepper balls and flash grenades to push back protesters. Now, the LAPD declared an unlawful assembly and moved the demonstrators off the streets. Our McCullough Medina was on scene last night speaking with those demonstrators. Demonstrators are
you concerned at all about what's happening here, how they're responding to you guys?
I'm concerned because honestly, like, we're peacefully protesting, you know? We're not throwing anything. We're not causing any damage, anything. I mean, there is graffiti, right? But at the end of the day, the damage was more cost to us than we cost to them.
And our McCullough Medina was also caught in the middle of the melee. You hear there the flashbangs going off. He was standing very close to the news van, and then you see him being pushed out as the chaos unfolds. Now, Governor Newsom has also issued a statement saying that the federal government's decision to take over the California National Guard is, quote, purposefully inflammatory and will only escalate tensions. Michelle, we'll send it back to you.
And canisters of tear gas were thrown into the crowds in Paramount yesterday as deputies and federal agents in riot gear stood across the street from a Home Depot there. The sheriff's department declared it an unlawful assembly and asked the crowds to disperse peacefully. Deputies say at one point the crowd grew to about 350 to 400 people and turned violent. Protesters were heard shouting at agents and throwing fireworks at law enforcement. NBC4 spoke to people in Paramount about what they witnessed.
It's anger that we have, fear, a mix of emotions, heartbreaking. You know, no one is expecting to go to work and not come home. People are here for a better living. And if people are not seeing problem with this, then they need to wake up, because that's a big issue.
The FBI also shared this video online in an attempt to track down the person throwing rocks at cars in the street from a Home Depot there, the city. President Trump deployed the National Guard in attempts to keep the peace, as you just heard. This is a move that the U.S. Attorney for the Central District of California says is necessary. He spoke with NBC4's Conan Nolan. Homeland Security says ICE has arrested 2,000.
United States Attorney Bill O'Saley says there was no immigration raid at the Home Depot yesterday in Paramount, but rather immigration agents were staging at a nearby federal building.
So it was just a staging area for our federal agents, but they were spotted and word got out, and these agitators who are organizing this resistance effort started mobilizing people to that location, and it turned into an ugly scene pretty quickly.
O'Saley says that ugly situation did not stop them from issuing their pre-planned deportation orders. The rock throwing at their staging area did injure several ICE officers.
One officer broke a
City. President Trump deployed the National Guard.
Some of the officers suffered injuries from rocks and cement block pieces that were thrown at them. We had one individual throwing Molotov cocktails. He's been arrested now.
President Donald Trump last night was attending a UFC fight in New Jersey. Prior to that, he authorized the mobilization of 2,000 National Guard troops to assist federal DHS and ICE agents, an action criticized by Governor Gavin Newsom, who posted that the move was inflammatory, that he is in close communication with law enforcement and that there is currently no unmet need, adding, "This is the wrong mission and will erode public trust," as Saley welcomes the deployment.
You have thousands of people forming and gathering in crowds, rioting, attacking our agents, throwing rocks, throwing eggs, throwing Molotov cocktails.
For employers in the fashion district and targeted arrests for those facing court-ordered deportation on Saturday. What is new is the response.
We're seeing a very sophisticated level of organization by union groups and other groups to mobilize people to violently resist our efforts to enforce immigration law here. That's not gonna stand.
The U.S. Attorney says immigration warrants will continue to be served. Conan Nolan, NBC4 News. For employers in the
Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Hakwadash. Double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone, who what taught us this truth. Peace and love and blessings and salutations to you, Akim. That's a part of the Bayasha, the House of David. To you few sincere sisters out there that watch also, Shalom to you. As you see the headline, the video, protesters clashing with ICE agents and Trump basically deploying 2,000. And it's crazy because me and a brother was just talking about it. 2,000, what is it called? Fuck. 2,000 troops over in Los Angeles, okay? And, you know, through the spirit, 2 Esdras 15:16, sedition among men. And that's what's, I mean, that's exactly what you see is going on. All right, you got, dang, what is the troops called? Salakia. Not martial law troops. I mean, basically martial law troops. Oh, National Guard. Salakia, okay. Yeah, the National Guard. He deployed the National Guard over there to try to quiet the protests, which I believe order ab chaos. All right, and we all know, should know what order ab chaos is. Order out of chaos, which is on the back of your dollar bill. And also, it is a part of this man's NWO, which is New World Order. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, he has something called agent provocateurs. You know, all you got to do is look it up. You know, they can make a peaceful protest go to basically violent protests. That's what this devil's known for. Even when Jake was riding over, I think it was George Floyd, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of that was happening. So we're just seeing basically the same things happening again, but on a higher scale. Why? I mean, what did Apostle Tahar deem this year? And also too, the 11th, which is in 2 days, there will be a strawberry moon, or a pink moon, so to speak. And we know through the spirit, those are signs for the elect. Pink moon represents a pink moon, or pink, the color pink itself represents hope. And according to Zechariah, the 9th chapter, we are prisoners of hope. And according to the Apocrypha, Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, our hope is full of immortality. So back to the subject at hand, we see that Jacob's trouble is it's in the process. Okay, it's in the making, because the Issacharites, or the Mexicans, so to speak, they are part of the tribes. And through the spirit, that's who's so-called clashing against these these troops. And then also too, you see how a dude said that the basically the National Guard troops that were deployed, they're the ones that are more on a more violent spree than them. The dude, and I believe that it's correct, and this is why I say there are agent provocateurs that are involved right now in basically amping up those protests out there. And who hires those MFs, man? Those mofos. George Soros. I remember he did somebody had it was a video that was out that basically stated that George Soros sits down with dudes and he pays them a specific amount of dollars to go out and cause chaos. It's like you see the dude that was throwing the rocks at people's windows, car window. Man, that had to be an agent provocateur. And this stuff was not far-fetched. But at the end of the day, this is all going to lead up to Jacob's trouble. And that's just that. Hey, we in that time, okay? We're in a time of great judgment. We're in a time of deliverance. This is what we've been looking for. This is what we've hoped for. I know this is what I hope for. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, hey, man, this place is getting waxing worse. It's getting worse, okay? I mean, and then look at the month. Look at what month it is. Gay Pride Month. So, Slovakia. We understand that this is the time of Jacob's trouble, but the elect will be saved out of it. And the apostles have been talking about these times for decades, on down to their fruit, us brothers, and it's fast approaching. So even at that, this is the time to look at these things and rejoice. While the world is mourning, right? Like Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter says, better to be in the house of mourning than the house of mirth. It's going to reverse of us. Why are we in the house of mourning? Because we're still in captivity. And we understand that this is not our rest. See, Jake, they're going to, even though these things are going on, Jake will continue to be in the house of mirth. Jake's not watching and seeing that these things going on are biblical prophecy. That's why it says in Ecclesiastes 39:1, those that meditate upon the Most High will be occupied in prophecy. And these prophecies are warnings. That's what the watchmen do, which we are the watchmen of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. How do we know that? Man, we fit the description. I put it to you that way. We fit the description. We're doing what the watchmen are doing. We're doing what the prophets are doing. Every brother was out there yesterday. You got some brothers that's out there today prophesying. Okay? Some brothers go out Friday. Some brothers go out throughout the whole week. And in order to be a prophet, you have to have what? The 100% truth, which is given to us through the apostles of Great Millstone. You got to know what the C-hip is. Okay, the Revelation 13, as well as other things. That's one of the main things right now, because there's a big controversy with the C-hip, or with Revelation 13 and 16, that the C-hip is this or that. Then you got clowns talking about this is the chip, eating potato chips. So if you don't know what the MOTB is, then you're not a 100%. You're not a prophet. I'll say that. I ain't even gonna say 100% prophet. Okay? If you're teaching contrary to what it is, then you're not a prophet of the Lord. You can't give people 95% of the truth and then not have the other 5%. No. But like I said, through the Spirit, this is all leading up to which really is martial law. It's martial law. That's all it is. Next thing, curfews are going to be out. Like the scriptures say, you won't be able to go to a city. You're gonna have barricades. Hey, they had that movie, A Civil War, that just came out not too long ago. And the scriptures talk about civil war. So, through the Spirit, we keeping watch. We keeping watch. We looking out for these things. We looking for the Lord to come back. Okay, we're watching these signs because y'all know, I know, and I'm saying this in all humbleness, humility. Brothers is ready. Brothers is ready for this to crack off. I mean, there's no way to go except forward. Ain't no looking back. What the hell you gonna look back to? You remember Lot's wife? Ain't nothing to look back to, man. This place is done. It's finito, all right? You look back, you ain't fit for the kingdom. All right? So, hey, we're looking at these things called Yahawah, Bahasham, Bahasham, Harakhakwadash, for letting these prophecies roll. And then even putting the Spirit on Apostle Tahar to deem the year what he deemed it. Because it's happening. Esau's downfall in the year of Jacob's trouble. It's going to happen once the dominoes start falling. It's going to start. They're going to start falling more, faster. CTD, circling the drain. That's all this place is doing. It is circling the drain. And good riddance. You got also in the midst of that, you got talks of Putin against Syria. He talking about, man, he about to jack that place up. He said he about to rain on it. So, like I said, we understand through the Spirit that these things must happen. We understand that World War III is coming, and that's why these things these things are being moved into place. Because I mean, the scriptures talk about how this man, while he is eating, that Job, the 20th chapter, while he is eating, when he thinks his belly is full, while he is eating, then the Most High shall bring that wrath upon him. So there has to be a point to where these devils feel like they have gotten their NWO off, or they're starting to get successful. It's gonna look that way, but really it's not gonna be that way. Even when they come against the prophets, when they come against us brothers, it's gonna seem a specific way. Oh shoot, oh man, we getting those problems. Because you got some brothers that are gonna taste death, and you got some brothers that are not, whatever their lot may be. We just pray, Yahawah Shema Shai, if you are one of those brothers, we pray that, you basically, the Lord puts a spirit on you, be able to handle or take whatever you have to for him. and, you know, not to fold. Because these are the times that we are coming into. And these are the times through the Spirit that we've been talking about. You're going to have a lot of guys that fold. You know, I might make a live video on the way back. You're going to have a lot of guys that fold and crumble. But the elect ain't going to fold. The Lord said he was going to avenge them speedily. All right, so I'm probably about to make a live real quick as I walk back from where I am. So, Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harachakodash. Double honor to our apostles at Great Millstone who will wear to touch this truth. Peace and love and blessings, salutations to your occupants, part of the Bahasham that was out of the house of David. Shalom.